Okay. This week, the focus is on Agile, right? Did everybody come prepared on Agile? So I think you guys are not taking these mock interviews seriously. Okay, but we'll still go ahead with Agile. So if you guys don't prepare Agile and if you guys don't take Agile very seriously, you are in a big trouble. Because only in the Agile question and answers, people can easily make out whether you have a real experience or an unreal experience. Okay, so let's go with Agile related questions. Okay, so Rojalin,
Yes,
tell
sir.
me, tell me what is the difference between Agile and Scrum? This is a very frequently asked question in interviews.
Sir, I'm preparing for my technical things. I didn't prepare.
Agile is non-technical.
Uh, getting very few questions right on in data engineering. So
Okay. Um, who would like to answer that?
So can I try?
Who is that? Japinder, go ahead.
Yeah.
Sir, can I try?
So Agile is basically a methodology in which the product or the requirement is delivered to the client in the form of like breakdowns or small parts called sprints, so that we can change the requirements accordingly as the product is not delivered one at a time. And Scrum is a, a basically a workflow or the daily calls which consist of the roles and tools, and in that meeting we discuss or deliver whatever has been achieved in a certain time frame. But it is a part of Agile, but it is a framework that is used for effectively collaboration between the teams to get the work done.
Okay, good. Yeah, that is correct answer. Good job, Japinder.
Thank you, sir.
Sai Kiran, in Agile, can one ticket be assigned to two people or more than one person?
In Agile.
In
Yes, sir. So
Agile.
if it's like a ticket that is assigned to a team, for example, um, there is a test case that needs to be run, so that ticket will be assigned to the testing team. So there will be like two people that are expertise in that. So yeah, the ticket can be assigned to more than two people if they are part of a team. So that way the task can be accomplished.
In Jira and in Asana, have
Mhm.
you seen one ticket getting assigned to multiple people?
Oh, Jira and Asana. No, usually even if we see in NCPL, it's only assigned to one from our respected team leads.
But you're saying it can be assigned to more than one person. So where is the gap? So in
Okay.
Jira, in Agile methodology,
Mm,
you cannot assign one task to more than one person. That is a fundamental rule in Agile.
mm. Oh,
Agile,
so it's the Kanban board that is like a common one that multiple people use.
it has nothing to do with board, whether it is a Scrum board or a Kanban board or whatever it is, sprint board, it's still the same. In Agile, it is divide and conquer. So you have to divide the work among the people, and one person or more than one person should not work on the same task.
Mm,
It is logical, right? What
yeah.
is the point in cricket? What is the point in two people running to catch the same ball?
No use. Yeah, yeah.
Same is the case with Agile. What is the point in assigning the same task to two people? Who will do it? One
Mm,
person will think the other person will do, and other person will think this person will do. Okay, so
I just have a question, so it's a doubt. So,
Normally in a team, like we have the DevOps team, I mean, different people will be there, right? So if a single task is there, it won't be performed by like only one person. The task will get divided among different teams, right? So in that case, the same task, it is divided into different teams. So from different teams, different people will be there to work on the same task. So in that case, how it is.
No, so you have to split the task into each person's responsibility.
Mhm.
For example, let's say we need to test the deployment of a website. Okay, you are testing the deployment. So the first one is one ticket can be deploy the website. Another ticket can be verify if the website is loading to a tester. First ticket can be for a DevOps engineer.
Mm.
Third ticket can be testing the errors in the deployment. It can be another DevOps engineer or a QA. So even though the goal is the same, you have to split the task into multiple subtasks or small tasks, wherein each responsibility is delegated to each person with a different goal. Okay. Saili, what is definition of done?
I don't know about the definition.
You don't know the definition of
Work
done?
is complete. Done means the work completed.
Who can answer this?
Um, it's about, sir, once the task is satisfied with the team member, team leader, whoever they assign the task, when they confirm that it's totally done, testing or everything is done, so
Hmm.
it can be considered as a done. I mean, we move it to the done stage, from in progress stage to done stage after staging and everything done. We
Okay.
assign right,
Any other
this
It is a
example?
criteria.
I need an example.
like if there is a website we have to design or something, so we assign the task for one person, like, so uh, create an infrastructure, I mean, like, design pattern or something in that. So there is we assign into three stages, right? So it's in the starting stage, like whether assigning stage, and then in progress stage and done stage. So when everything done and delivered to the client, so website is ready and the task has to be finished, then it comes in the done. So it's a simple definition about the done is like when the task totally completed, like everything we got approval that there is no changes or no further changes in that task, then it can.
What you're telling is a bit different. There is a definition for definition of done. I'm not asking you to tell the definition of done. Definition of done is one word.
Okay.
Okay, definition of done. Aaron, you raised your hand.
Yeah, are you looking for the MVP, the minimum viable product?
No.
Okay, never mind then.
Japinder, you raised the hand. Do you like to give a thought?
As per Agile, it is the criteria that must be fulfilled to consider a project to be completed that is done. For example, it may be a checklist that needs to be completely checked off before we consider a process to be done.
Okay, let's do some role play. Seems like you guys did not even bother to study about Agile, did not even understand what Agile means.
Sir, can I try?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sir, done means once we completed, once we worked on the ticket and we finished it successfully, after that we said to our project manager, he has to review and he has to tell, yes, it's finished perfectly. That is the meaning of done.
Okay, so let's take one case study. So who are all the stakeholders here? We have one project coordinator, we have a business analyst, we have DevOps engineers, we have cloud engineers, and we have data analysts, data engineers, MLs, QAs. Okay, so let's take one case. Okay, the case is you need to develop a website, okay, which can display voters' data and show their geographical organization from a raw data given by the client. Okay, so you are actually building a web application which should display voters' data and their geographical organization. I mean, how many users are in Brampton, how many voters are in Mississauga, like that. How many in Ontario, how many in Manitoba, like that. So, okay, the client has given a raw data. Okay, the requirement is taking the raw data, you have to generate a Power BI dashboard. Okay, the data is kept inside Log Analytics workspace in Azure. Okay, you are expected to deploy this web application on Azure through a pipeline and generate the report and give it to the client. Well tested. This is the requirement. Okay. Now, let's see what all, who are all their roles involved. Number one, when the requirements are gathered, BA role comes into picture. Okay, let's say I am the customer, so the BA will interact with me. So I am playing the role of a customer. Okay, the entire project is managed by Saili because she is the junior project manager. Okay, and the data will be given to you, which means the customer, I am giving the data to you. So the data requirements have to be gathered by data analysts. Okay, the dashboards should be preparing the dashboard should be done by data analysts. All the data engineering work from raw data into Log Analytics workspace, cleaning, everything should be done by data engineer. Okay, the pipeline to deploy the dashboard should be set up by DevOps. The infrastructure needed to do all these things like creation of Log Analytics workspace, creation of any servers to deploy this web application should be done by the cloud engineers. And the dashboards, when it is deployed, has to be tested by the QAs. Okay, so this is the requirement. So now, tell me, who is going to play what role?
I can play as a data analyst.
Okay, so let's, what should we take? So we should take, we should take a small OneNote. So now tell me the user stories. Okay, Agile case study. What are the roles involved? Tell me the roles. One after another.
Business analyst.
So first is customer, right?
Yeah, customer. Business analyst.
Who else?
Project
Data engineer.
coordinator,
Project
project coordinator,
Coordinator.
data engineer,
Okay.
data analyst, a DevOps person, and Azure cloud engineer.
DevOps engineer. Cloud engineer.
And testing comes in the middle, I think. Testing also.
Test engineer.
At the end.
Anybody else?
Front-end developer also.
Front-end developer. And I also need to do some intelligence. So we need a data scientist also. Okay. So now tell me the user stories for each person.
Business analyst would be to get the requirements from the customer.
Okay, customer.
Customer is the endpoint.
Yeah. So what are the tickets that can be assigned to a customer?
Providing the data.
Okay, provide raw data of voters. What are the other tickets that can be assigned to the customer?
Application requirements, like how their website is gonna look at.
Okay.
What he need, like his customer requirement for the product, how to finish.
Requirements from provide requirements for the application. Okay, and he has to
Budget.
validate the final version of the dashboard also, right?
Yes.
Okay. And yeah, keep telling. Whatever role you are in, keep telling the requirements.
Validate the data what the customer is providing, because sometimes what happens if it's like in this use case it's for voters, sometimes customer provides the data for something else, so he should be very much specific about that.
Yeah.
That would be under data engineer, right?
Okay, so good.
So for the data analyst, the data should be cleaned and
Wait.
transformed.
Let us capture this. So who will be responsible for validating the data?
Data
Shall we
engineer.
Data analyst or engineers?
Data engineer.
Engineers.
Engineer.
Data engineer have to provide a usable data.
Okay, so validate the data provided by the customer. Next.
Cleaning of the data, make sure like all the unnecessary data has been removed from the
To
data
whom
sets.
shall we assign?
That also data engineer, they will do the transformation on cleaning.
Okay,
So validation can come from the
Extraction of data also.
clean up the data. Okay, next.
Extraction also.
Make sure the data is available in the data warehouse.
like storing in
Transform
particular
data.
resource.
The data. Next.
Loading the data.
Make sure the data is available in the data warehouse.
Make sure that somebody actually data has to put somewhere, right?
Yeah,
we
the
have to
data warehouse
Loading the
or
data,
or
sir.
a storage place.
Transfer the data to destination, sir.
So we can also like do feature engineering by data and scientist. Some kind of feature
Let's go
engineering.
one by one. So now we have data. So we shall put it somewhere.
I
Loading
guess
the
there
data
should be
to
join
Data warehouse.
in which
data.
what are like a data scientist or every team will give their inputs, like so that every team will act upon that, every member should act upon that, how data should be cleaned. There are some necessary information and
No,
there are
first of all,
certain
what is the
unnecessary
source?
Where the customer want to host the application, on-prem or
Azure or
cloud.
AWS.
Yeah, so we have to put it on the source. So who will put it on the source? Which role?
Data engineer will do that.
Data engineer.
So data engineer will put the data like after cleaning, extraction done, he will store the data.
Okay,
in data
so
lake.
put the data in data lake.
Yeah.
Okay. Validate the data, clean and up. Okay, next after extraction, then
we have to keep the data, like we have to structure the data in once the cleaning and all is done, when we got the proper data, so we have to store it in a data warehouse, so where we can use it we have to load the data in a warehouse, because data lake can have different kinds of data formats, right?
load the data into data warehouse. Okay, next. What each role you speak up? Okay, I'm
Then I
surprised.
think from data warehouse, data analyst pull the data, what
Why
required
nobody
data.
talking about your each role?
Creating the infrastructure.
Okay, so creating the infrastructure. So what infrastructure?
Like VMs to deploy the application.
Create Azure data lake, right? First you have to create the data lake, isn't it?
Yes.
Next, you have to
Log analytics. Create log analytics
log
workspace.
analytics workspace. Next,
Create virtual network, subnet, and VMs.
create network components. Okay, next.
As a project coordinator, ensure the estimation and schedule, do the project documentation.
So project estimation.
So for business analyst,
You have to prepare the project plan, right?
Project documentation and report.
Okay, create project plan. Next,
Project scope.
what are people?
That comes in.
Yeah, you need not have to raise the hand. I can't see the screen. You'll be only seeing this.
Sir, I have a doubt, sir. We can directly connect it to data warehouse, right, sir? Power BI. So why are we using log analytics here?
Client prefers to put the data into log analytics. That is a requirement given. So from data lake, you have to put it in log analytics workspace.
So here we are working with a streaming data or a batch data?
Batch data.
Okay.
This is a static data, right?
Yeah.
Because log analytics is for like a streaming or anything, such kind of things, right? To
Yeah, maybe client
monitor
doesn't
something.
and he blindly thought that to put in log analytics workspace. So it is possible. So business analyst should tell me that.
Yeah.
Okay. Next, go on. We have only
gathering requirements. Gathering
the
requirements for business analyst.
Okay. Gather requirements. What requirements?
The requirements from the customer for the project.
So you have to collect so many requirements. Gather business requirements. Okay. Gather infrastructure requirements.
stakeholder analysis.
You have to do who will do stakeholder analysis? BA or PC? Do stakeholder analysis. What are other requirements? Do gather non-functional
and functional requirements.
Gather functional requirements. More. Fatapat.
And for data analyst, creating dashboards or visualization.
Okay, so create dashboard, create visualization.
So identify the KPIs, sir, the important KPIs.
Why do we need KPIs?
So, sir, we can also do in terms of how many, male, female, or age versus like that. So, what kind
Yeah,
of you
client
can
wants the geographical data, not the gender-based data. So the requirement is clear.
Okay, so do they need the total population of that? Then total population can be the one KPI also, sir.
No, why a KPI is needed? KPI means key performance indicator. But we are not capturing the KPI here. We are capturing, taking the raw data. You have to show the geographical distribution of the voters. How many people are in Brampton, Mississauga? How many in Ontario? So like provincial wise, city wise, and then you can show street wise or county wise, whatever is possible. So the requirement is only for geographical distribution of the voters, nothing
So
else.
identifying the trends and patterns in the different geographical regions, so that can be.
Yeah. So the ML engineer or a data scientist should add some intelligence to it.
Yeah, just like identifying
How
trends
many
and
people might possibly vote in each province? Prediction.
Yes.
So we can put it under data scientist. Okay, do prediction analysis. Okay, next.
So for cloud engineers creating web apps.
Okay, for cloud engineers creating web apps. Why are DevOps engineers silent?
Because the application is not coded yet.
But you have to capture the DevOps requirements on day one itself.
Oh, I see.
You don't need to wait till the application is, that is what is Agile does, right? Then we will distribute them into sprints depending on what the sequence is.
Okay,
Creating an interactive user experience for front end.
Creating, so who can we show? Okay, front end. Okay, create
User
user
interactive
experience.
user experience for customers.
I think we also need to create wireframes, right?
Yep. Yes, sir.
Create wireframes. Next.
Create CI/CD pipeline.
Okay, DevOps engineers has to create CI/CD pipeline. Next.
And hosting containers or VMs.
Okay, so create infrastructure is being done by cloud engineer. What else? Create CI/CD pipelines. Then what does the DevOps engineer do? Why are testers very silent? I
Sir,
don't tolerate silence. Tell all the
sorry.
requirements.
Test the tester should
Review the
test the
business
requirement
requirement.
of the SRS document.
What is that?
Review the business requirement documentation.
SRS source
Review
requirement.
business requirements document. Next.
Create test plan.
Okay, then here we need to capture the test requirements also, right?
Yeah, test
Gather
requirements.
test requirements. Okay, what else? Come on, every role should speak.
Test the design, sir. The tester
Test
has to test the design.
Okay. Next. Okay, you have
Create the test plan for the
Test the
requirement.
dashboards user.
okay, create test plan. Next.
Host the application.
Host the application. So who will do that? Deploy, right? Deploy the application. Deploy the Power BI application in what? In web app? In web app. Okay, next.
And testing the business
Why are
requirements.
data scientists very silent?
So testing the business requirement, we haven't tried.
So testing the business requirements. Okay. So will you test only the
Actually, we need to get clarify with the business, and if you don't understand the requirements, you need to get clarity with the developers or the business analyst if you don't have clarity.
that is always
That
on,
is in.
not created as a ticket.
Yeah.
Monitoring.
Set up monitoring. Very good.
So creating backups.
Engineer or a DevOps engineer.
Engineer.
Okay, next.
So creating backups.
Testing the code.
Testing the code. Do you test the code also?
No. Testing the business requirement according to the testing the requirement according to the business analyst, whether it was working according to the functionality or otherwise.
Do several rounds of testing.
Yeah, regression.
Smoke testing.
Okay, do smoke
Regression.
testing.
Testing.
Regression comes into picture if you have multiple rounds. Next.
Identify scenarios for the automation.
Okay, identify scenarios for automation. Testers are active. Where are the other guys? Everybody else is sleeping.
Featured engineering for data scientists.
Okay. Do feature engineering for
Feature selection.
And testing the regression, load and regression
Okay.
testing. Non-functionality testing.
Yeah, non-functional.
Non-functionality
Well,
testing.
did not open the mouth. So let me see.
So
Who are
creating backups.
Create backups for what?
Testing
data.
different models in for prediction, like for model building.
What is that?
Testing with different models, ML algorithm.
Who is going to do?
Data
Data scientist or?
Yeah, data scientist.
Okay, testing various models.
Yeah.
What about training?
Model training, yeah.
Do model training.
Yeah.
Rojalin did not even speak a single word. Jyoti.
Yes, sir. I'm telling like creating the data model.
Now I will ask each and every person. So what is that?
Creating the data model. Before loading into data warehouse, you need to make the data model prepared.
What do you mean by creating data model?
How we'll load the data into data warehouse? We have to have the data model first.
Okay.
Data marts.
Yeah.
Create data model. Jyoti.
So dashboard level applying filters based on conditions.
Okay, so applying filters in dashboard based on conditions. Next.
So for front-end developer, we have code testing also.
For a front-end developer, we have, what is that?
Testing.
What testing?
React. Like if you're using React, we have code testing.
But do you mean the testing from the developer or tester?
From the developer.
Unit testing.
Unit testing.
Yeah,
Okay.
unit testing.
Okay, good. Japinder. Don't say there is no Salesforce here, but come up with some agile requirement. Okay, think loud. Aaron, give me one requirement. I'm not going to leave anybody idle.
Requirement might be optimizing pipelines or creating views to optimize the flow of
But
finding
nobody
what-
has created a data pipeline till now. I'm surprised.
Create a pipeline in data engineer.
Creating alerts and metrics.
So we did not even create a data pipeline and all data engineers are sleeping. Huh? Create
a pipeline. But extracting of the data, loading the data into warehouse, that is a pipeline, sir.
Are you creating data pipeline for ingestion or for cleaning or for what purpose are you creating?
For first ingestion?
You have to first create a pipeline for ETL, right? Extraction.
Yeah.
Create.
Sir, and transformation of data is done in Databricks using PySpark. As
Tell
it
me
is the data.
Tell me requirement, not a statement.
So we need Databricks also to clean the data using PySpark, as we are dealing with big data, voters and locations.
I feel it's very costly, sir. We can use Data Factory or Synapse there instead of Databricks.
We can compress the data, sir.
Are you giving
It's up to the client. If the client wants to spend
Aaron, let Aaron speak. Aaron,
you can use Synapse Analytics to partition the data so that you can analyze
give
it.
me a requirement. Based on your role, give me a requirement.
Create a pipeline for the cleanup of the data as well as transformation.
Create a pipeline for cleanup. Okay.
Yeah.
So setting up an environment for development stage from the sandbox.
Yugandhar. I think Yugandhar spoke. Monica also spoke. Saikiran. BA requirements.
Yes, sir. So for business analyst, that is so all the requirement we have gathered, the analyzing and documenting it.
No.
Gap analysis.
Performance requirements. Radha. I think Radha spoke. Aman.
Sir, performance testing also we can do, no, sir? In testing?
Performance testing. Okay, do performance.
Non-functionality testing? Non-functionality. Non-functionality testing comes under the...
It comes under performance testing only.
Sir, database testing.
Okay, do database testing.
So deploying web application firewalls.
We have to freeze the requirements. Come up fast. Who else did not speak yet?
Perform load balancing, auto scaling.
Perform load balancing and auto scaling. Which role?
For DevOps.
DevOps. What is that? Perform?
Auto scaling, load balancing.
Balancing, auto scaling. This is more of a cloud engineer role, not a DevOps engineer role.
So creating web application firewalls.
Yeah, you already told, right? Creating
Yes,
WAF, right? So WAF is
Yes,
more of a cloud engineer. So
Sir, we can store the credentials in Azure Key Vault, Data Lake, and Data Warehouse.
set up WAF, set up Key Vault. Okay.
Sir, access, providing access between the resources.
Okay, set up access, authentication, and others, right?
Set up SLO, SLI.
Set up SLO, SLI are done by whom? SLO, SLI are internal. So not with the customer. So customer will set up SLA. So internally, project coordinator will set up SLI, SLO. Arjot, you did not even speak once.
Sir, we have to set up alerts if something went wrong with the pipeline.
Yeah, that is already captured.
No.
I think set up monitoring. Oh, alerts?
Yes.
Monitoring and alerts. Priyanka did not even speak. Saurabh did not speak.
Sir,
Sudha did not
sir,
speak.
in data analyst side, I think relationship building or data modeling.
Data modeling, I think, was captured as one requirement. Where is that?
So it comes under the
In
data
data
analyst
engineering.
also, sir.
There is create data.
What is the requirement, Roshni?
Data modeling and relationship building between the data sets that we are given. Data modeling and relationship building. Yes, sir. That's it. Sir, but even we do also data cleaning and validation, sir, at our stage also.
But that jagada I cannot resolve now.
Okay, sir, then we'll get the clean data. That's a very nice.
Yeah, Saurabh. So these are all the workplace politics. Who has to do that cleaning? Is it a data analyst or a data? So that will be decided in the sprint meetings. Saurabh?
Securing the domain and setting up SSL.
What is that?
Securing up the domain and setting up SSL or
Securing
optimizing
the
for
domain and
SEO.
setting up SSL. So, okay.
Optimizing the SEO.
Set up SSL. Optimizing SEO is more of a front-end engineer job. Okay.
Setting up
Writing out scripts and languages.
Next, go to Saket. You did not speak a word. Who else? Chandra spoke, Monica spoke, Sri Lakshmi spoke, Murtuza,
Sir,
Priyanka.
sir, I have like
Most of
3
the thing
points
are
to
already
cover.
covered, sir.
We can create a campaign with the help of market basket analysis. We can find the with the previous data with what we have.
Tell me the
And then we
tell
can
me the ticket name requirement. These are all we are capturing the tickets.
so we can create a market basket analysis algorithm to find out the frequent patterns of where they vote in what conditions people generally vote. So we can target with ad search.
So what is that? What is that?
Creating campaigns, voting campaigns with the help of data.
So perform static code analysis.
Okay. Yeah. Perform. So let's stop here. Perform static code analysis. So these are the tickets created. What did we do
setting
now?
up
What we did now is called as a backlog grooming. Okay. So we have identified backlog grooming means we have identified all the tickets for the work and put it in the backlog. Now these are all in the backlog. Okay. Till the time they assign to the sprint, it's called as a backlog. Okay. So now how do we freeze this?
isn't it called Epic?
View. How do we hide this?
Sir, we haven't mentioned any technical writer roles here.
Currently, we don't have technical writer in our team.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, now let's go to, so backlog grooming is done. So this is called as a backlog grooming.
And who does that?
I'm the Scrum Master, right? Let's say I'm the customer and also wearing the hat of a Scrum Master. So I have done with the help of all the team members. So people from different teams joined the same ceremony. What is meant by ceremony? Like birthday ceremony, marriage ceremony. People from all families come, right? So same is the case. That's why this is called a ceremony. Ceremony means people from all teams come. Okay, so this is called as backlog grooming session. So we groomed the backlog. Now we have to decide on the sprints. So let's say this is sprint 1 and we have sprint 2. We have sprint 3. Okay, let's say ours we are planning only 3 sprints because of the timeline. Okay, so now so 3 sprints are obviously they are going into sequential manner. So now tell me, you can tell the requirement as 1A, 2B, some 3, 5, 4E, something like that. So in sprint 1, what all requirements can come?
1A.
Say 1A, say 1B.
Why do you need raw data on day 1 itself? First of all, you have to gather the
Requirements.
requirements, right?
2A
Okay.
then, gather business requirements, 2A.
2A. Okay.
3B.
2B.
3B.
3B. Okay,
Project
3B. 3B. Next.
Test
Fatapat.
plan is also involved.
Also 3A, sir, to project estimation.
3A to project estimation. Yeah, 3A. Next.
Sir, test plan also is involved. No, sir, I can't see the number.
Yeah. So
8A. 8A.
8B, no? 8A and 8B.
Yeah, 8A and 8B.
8A, 8B. Next.
9A.
Remember, in
2B.
every sprint, every role should have a ticket. We cannot keep DevOps engineer idle in sprint 1. That is what the beauty of the sprint.
Sir, for
Then
data
4.
analyst, I think it comes for, I cannot see the number here whole, sir, but it should be like data modeling and relationship building will be the first after, because the clean data is provided.
The font size of
So,
this. Okay, so still it is not coming.
10B in sprint 1.
okay, so.
Okay, so now all are here, all the requirements.
Okay.
So 10F also comes into the first sprint because like
10F?
Yeah, we can create, I mean, with the data itself, we can start creating the clusters to see where people are hanging.
Not have data in sprint 1. You still did not get the data.
Okay, okay.
Sir, 7A.
5D, sir. 5D for data analyst. 5D for data analyst. It's data modeling.
5D.
D, yes, sir.
Create modeling.
Yeah, data modeling and relationship.
But the thing is, we didn't have any
Data
data, right?
engineers will come into second sprint,
Yeah.
sir.
What-
As there is no data engineers have no role in sprint 1.
Yeah, so
Because you are doing data cleaning, yes, because start hold already. That's why. Otherwise, data cleaning should come first. I think data engineering has mentioned so many things.
So in sprint 2, we can collect the data, right?
Yes.
Yes.
First, we have to put the data into the
We create pipeline.
2A and 2B also. 2A and 2B.
2A and 2B.
Not 2, sorry,
2A
data
and
engineer.
2B.
4, not 4, 2, sir, sorry, 4. Data engineer. 4A and
4A,
4B. Put the data in the data lake and watch the data.
Even 4G will also come sprint 2, sir.
4G.
Yeah, we have to create a pipeline, right?
Okay.
5D.
G. Next.
5D. 2C. 2C, stakeholder analysis. 2C.
Sir, 5D.
And 5B can also.
Stakeholder analysis should be done in the sprint 1 only.
Mm.
You can't wait till stakeholder should be in sprint 1 itself.
5A, 5B can also be comes under sprint 2 because we have to show
Okay, let's do one thing. Let's go requirement by requirement and then we will see which bucket it can go into. Provide raw data for voters, 1A, sprint 2.
1A.
Provide requirements for application, 1B, right? 1B should be here. validate the final version of the data dashboard. It should be sprint 3, right?
Sprint 3. Yeah.
So 1 C. Set up SLA.
It's sprint 3 only.
Set up SLA should be done day 1.
Okay.
Day 1.
If the goal is not set, so 1D. Okay, gather business requirements is 2A here, 2B here, 2C. 2C also here, and 2D. Everything should be done here only. 2D,
E,
2E,
F, and G.
gather test requirements also 2F and 2G. Do project estimation.
3A.
That is
In which sprint?
First
first sprint.
Okay, so 3A was already captured. 3B also captured. Yeah, 3B also captured. Set up SLA, SLO should also 3C also. Okay, put the data in data lake.
Sprint 2.
Sprint 2.
4A,
Validate the
4B.
data.
Clean up the data.
4C, 4B.
4C.
Sprint 2, sir. Sprint 2.
Sprint 2.
Okay.
8I.
Data.
Load the data.
Sprint
Create
2.
4D. Load the data into data warehouse.
It's also
That is a sprint.
It will be at the end of
can be
creating
sprint 2 only.
Create
Sprint
data
2.
model.
Sprint 3, I think.
No,
Sprint
it's
3 you
2.
have to execute, so you can't wait.
Okay, then sprint 2.
2F, yeah.
Up
Create
to
ETL pipeline.
In sprint
it's
1.
sprint 2.
Sprint 2.
up 4H.
4G.
And 4H also can come from the sprint 2.
4H. Okay, now create dashboard.
No, not the creating
Sprint
dashboard.
3.
Create the
Dashboard is
modeling
sprint
and
3.
Sprint 3 you have to
Okay, so 5,
modeling and relationship building.
5A.
5B.
5B is sprint 2, sir. It's creating charts. First creating charts comes, sir. Sprint 2.
No. You can use
Let's go one by one. Like 5C should be in which bucket?
5C.
Sprint 2, sir.
Sprint
Applying filters and everything. It should be sprint 2
All
and
Even
dashboard is the
sprint 3,
final.
sir.
Sprint 3.
Sprint 3 only.
Dashboards are
3 only, sir.
So we
correct.
can
Because
have
we need to
4
clean the data and put in data warehouse.
dashboards and chart buildings
5C.
are in sprint 3.
Okay, can.
And
So,
creating
5D.
modeling and relationships.
5D
5D is in sprint 2. Sprint 2.
Yeah, very good. 5D is in sprint 2. Next, CI/CD pipeline.
Sprint 3.
No, you have to get it ready even before. If they have to create the dashboard, you have to create pipeline now itself. So 6A, sprint 2. 6A. Deploy Power BI applications in web app.
Sprint 2.
3, sir.
3.
Sprint 3, because this is where they are creating. So 6B. Monitoring and alerts.
Sprint 2.
Sprint 2.
Sprint 2.
Okay, 6C. D. What about 6D? Perform load balancing auto scaling. Here only.
Sprint 2.
Perform static code analysis.
Sprint 2.
Sprint 3, because this is where they are doing the data, right?
Okay.
So 6E. Create Azure Data Lake.
2.
Sprint 2, sir.
2.
1 only.
1.
You have to get it ready. So 7A. Create login interface.
1, sir.
1.
7B. Create network components.
Sprint 1 as well, sir.
7C. Create web apps. That also.
1.
Create WAF.
1.
7. Create setup vault. 7F.
1.
Setup access and authentications you can do in here. 7G. Securing domain, you can do it at the end. Or do you want to do it in sprint 2? We'll do it in sprint 2. 7H. Test requirements. Review business requirements. Where do you want to do?
In sprint 1,
8A.
sir. Sprint 1, 8A.
Okay. Create test
Sprint
plan.
one, sir.
8B.
Sprint
Okay.
one.
8C. Which one?
In sprint 2,
Test
sir.
Sprint 2, sir.
Sprint 2. I mean, it is developed.
Sprint 2. When you say test the design, you wanted to test the design of the dashboard?
Yeah.
Okay. Then it is sprint 3.
3.
Because dashboard will be ready here.
Okay.
Okay. So this is 8D.
8E also will be in sprint 3, sir. Do
8C.
several rounds of testing. It
8
might be.
E.
8E.
8E.
Yeah.
Okay. 8E.
8F also in sprint 3, sir. Do
Don't
smoke
you
and
want
sanity.
to test the infrastructure? So you have to capture one requirement, right?
Okay.
Test
Yes.
infrastructure. So since the infrastructure is created in sprint 1, you will test it in sprint 2.
Okay.
So 8J.
J.
Do smoke and sanity test here only, right?
It will be in 8.3, sir. Yeah.
8F.
Eight.
Identify scenarios for automation.
It will be in sprint 2 only, sir, I think.
2, correct. So 8G. Do performance testing.
It will be in sprint 3, sir. Performance will be in
Sprint 3.
Performance database.
8H. Database testing.
Database will be in sprint 2, sir. We are gathering the data in sprint 2 only, no? So we will test the data in.
What about Monica and Sri Lakshmi? Do you agree? Do database testing in sprint 2 instead of 3.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what is that?
8.
8I.
Eight.
Test infrastructure we already captured. So
Yeah,
now
in
let's come
sprint
to front-end developer. Create interactive user experience.
Sprint 2, sir.
Sprint 2.
So 9A. Create wireframes.
It's also Sprint 1.
Sprint 2.
Sprint 1. We should do it in sprint 1.
Yeah.
So 9B. And 9C.
3.
Unit testing.
Sprint 2 or sprint 3?
They are doing coding here, no?
Okay, that's Sprint 2, I think.
Yeah, sprint 2.
So 9C. What about data scientist? When will you do all these things? 10A.
Everything goes in second and third sprint.
Do prediction analysis. You can do here. You need data for prediction analysis, right? I think we are getting data in sprint 2. So 10A.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
10B.
Feature engineering also.
Yeah, sprint 2 itself.
10B. Testing various
10F.
tools.
10F we can do in the second sprint, sir.
10F. What about 10C?
Testing various sprint 3.
Sorry, I think everything will come in sprint 2 itself.
Sprint 2. Yeah, that is correct. So 10A, BC, 10C, 10D. Optimizing SEO should be for a front-end engineer. 9D here. Are we done? Did we capture everything? What did we do now? We have done sprint
Sir,
planning.
10E is remaining in the sprint 3.
Okay. Okay, so what we have done? Sprint planning, meaning what requirement should go into what
Which sprints?
sprints. Okay. Now we have to set the goals for the sprint. Every sprint should have a sprint goal. That's called as a sprint goal. So what is the goal here? Identify requirements, analyze project plan, and set up infrastructure, right? This is the goal, isn't it? What we captured here. Now, what is the goal for this?
Data gathering and modeling.
Data collection, cleaning, transformation,
Data collection, cleaning,
transformation, and
Loading.
loading.
Pipeline
Loading. Pipeline setup and loading.
Yeah. And also security, right? We are doing security here.
Second keywords.
Okay. And what is the goal here?
Testing.
Testing, setting the testing.
Create,
Deploying and
create
testing.
dashboards. Testing.
Testing dashboards.
Dashboards. Next.
And deploying web app.
Deploy. Add intelligence. Add intelligence is here only, no?
Second.
Second. And what did we do? We have done goal setting.
Goals.
Sprint goals. Now, in all these sprints, we have to assign it to the team. That's what happens in a sprint kickoff. Oh, we missed one thing. We also have to do estimation. But we don't have time now to do. We already exceeded the time. So now you guys are knowing how this is all going on. Like this is what actually happens in the company. This is how you have to participate in the company also. Are you everybody clear?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Sir, are you able to share this with us in a group or something? You know that, so we can have
Watch
idea.
the video. I won't share this. I watched the video.
That's why I did the camera off today.
Oh, that's why you.
I saw that video last time, sir. I haven't told so many of my relatives, sir, that I'm changing the, I'm not doing job. That's why, sir. Sorry about that, but that's the reason.
No, we should not switch off. So this is all learning. You should
Yes,
not
so
bother about
I don't get the job. That's why, sir. Otherwise, once I get the job.
You will get the job. You have to be positive minded.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
So,
Okay, sir.
so this is how the real agile works in the company. So next week also we will continue to do agile, not this case study, but I want you to come up with the hardcore knowledge on the agile. We have missed so many things. Sprint estimation, what is the estimation models we have to use, burn down charts, burn up charts, so many things. Like this is not a training session. I did this like a training session. This is not the intention of this call. This is not an agile training session, no? I was supposed to ask you the questions if you have come prepared, but you are making me teach agile now with you with a case study. So next week, please come well prepared on agile. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Sir, will this all come under cross-functional?
Yeah, this is all cross-functional, right? Of course, we are not from the functions. Function means the nature of the business. But here, everybody is from the same function. Everybody is from, technology function. Only, I think, only Saili is from project management function. But otherwise, this activity doesn't come under the cross-functional part, if you ask me. So function has a different meaning.
Cross-platform.
Cross teams. These are all called cross teams. Okay. Okay then. Bye guys.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Happy journey, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Happy journey.